Amun Ra was the ancient Egyptian god of the sun, wind, and air. He was one of the most important and widely worshipped deities in ancient Egyptian religion, and was considered the king of the gods. In his earlier form as the god Amun, he was associated with the air and was seen as a creator deity, responsible for the creation of life and sustenance of the world. Over time, his worship grew in importance and he eventually became associated with the sun, acquiring the name Amun Ra, which means the hidden Sunday. He was widely worshipped in Thebes, and his temple at Karnak was one of the largest and most magnificent in all of ancient Egypt. The temple of Amun Ra at Karnak was one of the largest and most important religious temples in ancient Egypt. It was located in Thebes, modern-day Luxor, in the region of Upper Egypt, and was dedicated to the god Amun Ra, who was considered the king of the gods. The temple was part of the Karnak temple complex, which was a vast religious center that consisted of several smaller temples, shrines, and buildings. The temple of Amun Ra was built over a period of more than 2,000 years. Starting from the Middle Kingdom, 2040 to 1782 BCE, and continuing through the New Kingdom, 1550 to 1077 BCE, and the late period, 664 to 332 BCE. It was a massive structure, covering an area of about 200,000 square meters, about 50 acres, and was filled with many remarkable architectural features and works of art. One of the most famous features of the Temple of Amun Ra was its massive hypostyle hall, which was supported by 134 columns that rose to a height of over 30 meters, about 100 feet. This hall was used for religious ceremonies, such as the celebration of the Opit festival, when the statue of Amun was carried in a procession from the Temple of Luxor to the Temple of Karnak. Another impressive feature of the temple was the Great Obelisk, a towering structure that rose to a height of about 30 meters, about 100 feet, and was covered in hieroglyphs and reliefs. In addition to its impressive architecture and artwork, the Temple of Amun Ra was also known for its rich history. The temple was a center of power and wealth, and many pharaohs added their own monuments, inscriptions, and statues to the temple over the centuries. The temple was also home to the famous Oracle of Amun, which was sought out by people from all over the ancient world for its wisdom and guidance. Despite its grandeur and importance, the Temple of Amun Ra was abandoned and fell into disrepair after the rise of Christianity in Egypt. Today, much of the temple has been restored and is open to visitors as a popular tourist destination. The Temple of Amun Ra at Karnak remains one of the most fascinating and significant historical sites in Egypt, and is a testament to the power and influence of the ancient Egyptian gods.